Let's just keep that energy going now for your next comedian, Bruce Friedman.
You know, the Freedom of Information Act has uncovered new information about the television viewing habits of Hillary and Donald. And believe it or not, they have things in common. For example, The Price is Right and Let's Make a Deal. Okay? But they also have things that are in common, but they're not exactly good things. For example, the TV show To Tell the Truth, and truth or consequences. Okay, but you see, Bill Clinton has his favorite TV shows also. The Big Bang Theory, and Paula and Barnaby Jones. Okay? Now, there's something that Donald has that are his favorites, and you might say Twin Peaks. Okay? And also, he's got a show that's really not his favorite. It's called My Favorite Muslim. You've heard of that, right? Okay. Now, there are shows that Hillary and Bill have in common, that their favorite. It's called Dynasty. Okay, so now we're going to make a transition, which one thing has nothing to do with the other, so don't be offended. The Japanese have done very well with HD TV and DVDs and VCRs, and now all that business was taken away by the Koreans. You have companies like Samsung that took it all, so the Japanese needed something else, and they came out with a computerized, high-tech toilet. And it's really a product. It's called the Toto, okay? Not right? Have you heard of it? Okay. Now, what it does is, well, it gives you a washing, with Poland Spring water. Okay, really. I mean, well, some people would call it toilet water. But okay. And so it washes you, then it dries you with sort of like a windshield wiper. What I'm describing sounds like, well, like a car wash for your ass. Okay? And let's see. There are things that just get to me. Bruce Jenner, okay? Now, this guy became a transgender, right? But he didn't go all the way. He could have, instead of changing his name to Caitlyn Jenner, he could have changed his name to Caitlyn Gender, okay? Now, he is a reality TV star, and he's got to get his picture anywhere he can, right? And so what did he do? He made a deal with those little milk containers where they had the pictures of the missing children, and it's going to have Bruce Jenner's picture. Of course, it won't be milk, it'll be half and half. Okay? And also, instead of going on Facebook and liking him, he would be more happy if you went on Facebook and licked him. Okay? And there you go. And let's see. I'm not going to give up my day job because I'm retired. But it's like, I think this side is winning, But well, you see, I got to tell you, 40 years ago, I had my first job in sales. I worked for the CB Fleet Company, makers of the fabulous Fleet Enema, okay? And really, I did. And I was the #1 salesman in the country. Well, all right, I was the #2 salesman in the country. Yeah, now, but you see, Fleet came out with a brand new product. This is 40 years ago, and it was called Summer's Eve. And it was the first pre-mixed, pre-measured, ready-to-use, disposable douche, okay? So I had to go to all the drugstores in Brooklyn and Manhattan to introduce Summer's Eve. And I go into this one store, and there's this really pretty young lady behind the counter, the health and beauty aides, you know. And I said, we have Summer's Eve, the first pre-mixed, pre-measured. And she says, it sounds terrific, but what flavors does it come in? So I said, gee, it comes with an aromatic. She says, yeah, but what flavors does it come in? Now, I got to tell you one thing. I'm not sure if I'm happy about this, but my girlfriend bought a pair of white jeans, okay, at Macy's. And she got them home, and she realized that the security tag was still on. So she takes a hammer and a screwdriver to break the damn thing off. And you know, blue ink go all over the jeans. So she decides to take it back to Macy's, and she says to the sales clerk, I gotta be honest with you, I stole these jeans, but they're the wrong size. Could I make an even exchange? Thank you very much. This side is definitely better.
Bruce Friedman! Oh, look at that energy. All right.